Hello everybody. Um, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Shalom, peace, family to people around the world. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Lions Den. I'm the co-host with Information Man, the show called Truth to Power, and sometimes I'm also um basically do a show with him, and on his platform, check him out on Information Man Show if I can. Um, Now normally I don't talk about political views on my channel. Um, and normally I talk about Eagles football, but this this thing I want to respond to. Kanye West, when he said that slavery was a choice, when he was on TMZ, he said that slavery was a choice. You know, this to me is totally outrageous. It's outrageous for a couple of reasons. One is that the thing is, for 400 years, and I'm just gonna piss some people off, but it really don't matter. For 400 years, it wasn't a choice being a slave. Let's keep it 100. Um, we were brought here. We wasn't requested to go to the United States and stuff like that. We were brought here as slaves. And for Kanye West said what he said, really pisses me off. It really has. And I think people should really understand that, whatever he believes in, he believes in. If he thinks, you know, Trump is his friend with a make America great again, that's if you want to support him and love him, that's his choice. But to sit here and say, and behind his words, that slavery was a choice, that offends me completely. And I think it's offended everybody else out there. While he making records, who's a millionaire, multimillionaire, making records, and he's safe for everybody else. We have to, try basically accept basically accept racism in different forms. We've been, as you know, the last couple of weeks, we've been through a lot when it comes to police brutality, when it comes to racism in America, when it comes to denied services at the Waffle House, and and then Kanye, you had the audacity to say that slavery was a choice, and you basically, all you care about is you and selling records. And then I think one time you even said about your hometown of Chicago, how you dissed them. And even the city of Chicago don't want you back, or don't want you even come back to that city. You know, I want to do a show with info, but I don't know if you want to do a show or not, to talk about this issue. And to sit here and said exactly what you said believes me that you're not with us. And I'm not talking about really not with us mentally. And obviously it really breaks my heart as an African American to hear you say these words. And you have a girl with you. I'm not going to say her name. It's not really worth saying her name because she believes what she believes. But I don't know if that's the reason why you felt the way you felt, or, when you start coming out and you say, and again, we're talking about Steve Harvey. He believes what he believes, and now Kanye West. Now, you basically, and I remember when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, when you said on camera about George W. Bush, when you said on camera, George Bush doesn't care about black people. You said those words, and then you backtrack it when George Bush got upset about that. I guess you accusing the former president of being a racist, and now you backtrack what you said, and then now all of a sudden, years later, this happens. I don't know, bro. And that's why I said that to me, it hurts as an American to hear those words, to hear it. To hear when you said that slavery, for us, for our ancestors, for our great, 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 great grandmother and grandfather, who going through this time and time again, and yet you said that slavery was a choice. I guess, Kanye, you forgot about what happened to our ancestors. That some of us has been lynched, some of us has been killed, and by police. It is happening again this year. And people, and I'm going to talk more about this on the Information Man show pretty soon. That people talking about that, we haven't been lynched in a while. I mean, for years ago. Well, there's some incidents that we are being lynched in a way. In some incidences, we haven't even talked about that. And people are gonna say, "Well, it's suicide." Okay, yeah, right. But my point is, guys, is that when Kanye said what he said, I just like, bro, did you know what you just said? Did you know what you just said about this? And hats off to I forgot this guy's name from TMZ, clap back at him, because it's obvious that he doesn't realize the hurt, the pain that black people in this country felt for nearly 500 years. And in you really opened up the flame of the fire when you said those words. And you know what? I'm appalled. I'm hurt. I'm offended. And just because you're rich doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a jackass. And I'm just very upset about this. And I'm just really offended for those words. And now, Kanye, the thing of it is that, like I said, you believe what you believe, but I'm not going to sit here and listen to your rhetoric. I'm not doing that. And neither is the majority of African Americans here. They don't want to listen to your rhetoric either. So, and like I said, normally I don't really respond to, what's been going on, but I have to say this. And this to me is very offensive. It's really hurtful to see what I just really couldn't believe what I've heard. And it does. I mean, believe me, if you like Donald Trump, that's that's your opinion, that's who you like, you know, that's who you are. But to sit here and to say that, to talk about us black people in this country, that slavery was a choice, man, you really lost your mind. You really lost your ever loving mind when you said stuff like this. So, guys, that's all I have to say about this. People has opinions on this issue. Um, Guys, what do you think about this? Share this video, subscribe to my channel. More likely, I'm talking about Eagles football, but I also can talk about political views and news as well on my channel. But this topic, I definitely have to address, because it's basically shock. Well, I'm not shocked and surprised, because you got black people who are conservative and Republicans, but again, like I said, Kanye has a right to choose who his friends are, but don't have a right to say what he said about slavery was a choice. You don't have the right to say that, and none of us will not agree with you on that. So subscribe to my channel, right, and subscribe to Information Man's channel, Information Man Show. I'm more than likely be on his, be on his channel as well. Keep the conversation going about the Kanye West situation, and I'm talking to you soon. Deuces.